No one tried to stop them, and she didn't dare resist. Approximately 12 hours later, they'd arrived here, wherever here was. "I'm so sorry, Sarah," Talia whispered, her voice cracking, her fear tangible. "I've been here for 3 years, and while we've had a few minor scares, there's been nothing like this. It's not your fault, Talia. You couldn't know." "I don't want to be a Taliban bride." Nahal, the youngest of the girls at 13 years old, scooted closer to Sarah as though Sarah could keep that from happening. Sarah had been afraid before, but the images filtering through her mind sent the horror clawing inside her to a whole new level. She pulled in a steadying breath, desperate to find a way to remain calm and be strong for the other girls in the 10 by 12 cell, because while she wanted to fight back, any sign of defiance would only get her or one of the teens killed. She shuddered and let her gaze roam their prison. It consisted of 4 cement walls with a door on the one opposite from where she lay. From a small barred window above her head streamed a thin ray of light, cigarette smoke, and low voices that sounded like they were arguing, although she couldn't make out the words. Except for a brief stop at the outhouses lined up along the south wall that included lewd looks and a few comments she pretended not to hear, she and the other girls had been left alone by their captors, which was confusing, but welcome. However, she didn't expect that would last much longer. The one thing allowing her to keep her fear under control was the fact that they hadn't been searched. Knowing it would happen at some point, she'd seized the opportunity during a chaotic moment at the school to snag the satellite phone from the pocket of her burqa. Using the bodies crammed against her as a shield, she'd pressed the SOS button and sent out her distress signal. Minutes passed, the only sounds being the hushed whispers and terrified weeping of her cellmates mixed with the low voices of the guards outside the window. Sarah leaned her head against the wall and watched the hallway while her hand searched through the folds of the cloth. Fatima looked up at her as Sarah's fingers closed around the sat phone. Did she dare take a chance to see if anyone had called, if there was a message, if help was on the way? All she had to do was sneak a peek. "Don't ask why," she whispered to Fatima, "but can you sit slightly in front of me?" "Yes." The girl moved enough to shield her from the guard's gaze should he return. With shaky fingers, she pulled the phone from her pocket.